Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Samuel Agaga, and I'm here to demonstrate how to carry out a man-in-the-middle attack. A man-in-the-middle attack is basically a way of intercepting traffic on the network. For example, the address resolution protocol, which identify MAC addresses on the network, and based on MAC addresses then forward packets to various hosts on the network, has some kind of vulnerability. And one of those vulnerability is that it doesn't have a way to authenticate this packet that is being delivered to those to the various hosts on the network. So what that means is that if we can spoof these packets, if we can spoof the ARP by way of saying that we are what we are not on the network, we are a particular host where we know that we are not actually the host, we can possibly, as kind of taking those traffic that is meant for a particular host, and also we can even modify them and send it to the destination host. So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate to us how to carry out this operation. Here I have three machines set up on my Oracle VirtualBox. I have Kali Linux, Ubuntu, and CentOS. So the CentOS and Ubuntu will be the victims in this demonstration. What I'm going to do here is I have an FTP server running on the Ubuntu. So I'm going to, from my CentOS, access the FTP server, connect to the FTP server, and during that time, I'm going to make my username and password available to the FTP server running on the Ubuntu, so that I will be able to authenticate before I can carry out some file transfer using FTP protocol. So, but the goal of the Kali Linux is to run the application which we call EtherCap. EtherCap is one of the tools that can be used to carry out a man-in-the-middle attack. So I already have it installed on my Kali Linux. So I'm basically just going to run EtherCap without wasting so much time. I'm going to run it with Option G for the graphical user interface. So now I have my EtherCap running. The first thing I have to do is to go to sniff and say Unify Sniffing. Then I have to select the interface that I want to sniff on. So I want to sniff on ETH1, and I click OK. So sniffing has actually started. So what I have to do again is to scan for a host on this network. So I'm scanning for hosts. Essentially, I will have a list of all the hosts here. So here are the hosts that I have on this network. I already know that this IP address belongs to the CentOS machine, which is one of the victims, and here is the Ubuntu server's IP address, and here is their MAC addresses as well. So let us quickly verify that by running a command on this server on the ifconfig. We can actually see that yes, so this is the CentOS server, and it has the IP address of 192.168.2.166, which is this, and here is its MAC address as well. So, and let's check the Ubuntu server. Ifconfig. So the Ubuntu server has the MAC address of 192.168.2.169, which is here, and here is its MAC address as well. So now that we know the MAC addresses, we are going to add them to what we call the target of the attack. So I'm going to select this as my target 1, and I will select the CentOS as my second target. Then I'm going to actually carry out ARP poisoning, and because we want to sniff both ways, so I'm going to select the option of remote sniff remote connections. Then I will just simply say OK. So now I have them added, and ARP poisoning is in effect. I have 2 victims. So the next thing I have to do is to actually carry out the sniffing. Okay, so now let's run an FTP access to the boot server. So FTP 192.168.2.169. So it's asking for username, so I will just say that. Then so let's see what's going to happen. Let's move this to the side so that we can actually see what's going on here. Then for the password, I'm just going to, since the password doesn't really have to match, I'm just going to type in anything, because the actual thing is to see that the scope is to be sure that we're able to actually capture the IP, the password. I don't have to be able to actually log into the FTP server. So because I don't want to reveal my password. So that's what it is. So as you can see, here is the username I entered, and here is the password I typed in. So we have actually been able to intercept this transaction, and now we have this credential. So with this, we now know the IP address of, we now know the FTP credentials for the CentOS server. So if we want to log into it and retrieve files, we can easily go ahead and do that using this username and password. Thank you very much, guys, and look forward to more fantastic video from me in the future, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.